Muchas gracias, sí, bien
De
creativo,
nada.
muy original. Voy a poner este para grabar. Pues quisiera primero conocer un poco, pues cuál considera que es el mayor reto en materia de movilidad que tiene México.
So, in your opinion, what would be some of the bigger challenges that a place like Mexico or Latin America would have in mobility?
It's an excellent question, and actually, that's the question. That's the first question on my list. So whenever I come to a city or to a place or to a country, that's the first question. And I think I asked this question this morning as well to people from Universidad Panamericana. What are the issues? Because I, as expert, can come in and help with them. But I'm not being here. I'm not able to feel them or to see them or to experience them.
Ok. ¿Cuál es como el trabajo que están realizando desde el laboratorio con la Universidad Panamericana en este tema de movilidad? O sea, ¿cuál es la importancia de esta relación?
So, in your opinion, what do you think would be some of the benefits of bringing the lab, like what you've done in the media lab and other laboratories for research, to a place like this to talk about mobility? Like, what's the advantages of taking that perspective?
Oh, I think that's very important to engage research because researchers, first of all, they accumulate knowledge and the previous experience, although they are from the other places, but the issues and challenges in areas of mobility are similar. And bringing in more of a previous experience and seeing what has worked before always helps and helps to move on faster and achieve better results. It's not that important. I mean, this is experiment, and I do it for the first time today. Yeah,
También
so this is more important.
conocer si han trabajado con otras universidades de México o en esta entrevista que tuvimos antes me comentabas que pues lo que va a ser como un modelo, ¿no? En este proyecto que viene poco a poco.
So, and she's asking whether there's ever been any other work you've done in Mexico or through the lab. Have you heard of similar projects in Mexico, or or do you expect to continue this kind of work?
I've done work at the Media Lab and specifically working with cities of Boston and Cambridge and doing research there and also engaging real organizations, their employees as a commuters. So every employee commutes to the work and back, or mostly. And so we engaged real people commuting and also trying to change their behavior towards more eco-friendly and more active modes of transportation. So that was the core area where we applied it. I also collaborated with Austrian Institute of Technology from Vienna, Austria, and we looked at the bicycling there as well. And the closest connection to Latin America I have had so far is Chile and Santiago. And but they had a little bit different perspective. So they looked at the bus rapid transit system and the fare evasion as an issue. Um, and but I've got the flavor of what's happening with the mobility in the cities in Latin America, and I can imagine they might be quite similar across different cities in Latin America. So yeah, I'm kind of already have an introduction of what it might mean and what can be done.
Ok. Considerando este proyecto que va a emprender López en breve, que ya mencionó el doctor Alejandro, ¿cuál considera que es la importancia de que esté trabajando la academia, que esté trabajando el sector público a través de la Secretaría de Movilidad y ahora ustedes con esta experiencia, bueno, del MIT?
Well, can you speak about the importance of having an impact of these kind of materials, not only in academy, but like thinking about why the academy, why the like who has to be involved, civic society, for example, and the government. So, what's the importance of all these people working together?
I think the question already has the answer. So the people have to work together. That's that's the first thing. And my perspective on all of the stakeholders is such that it's a continuous loop. Academia is more responsible for the knowledge creation refinement, testing, validation, while the immediate next step is the applied science, which means the knowledge has to be brought back into the reality and tested and run and learn again from that. And in that process, there has to be connection to the government and to the businesses that help this science to be applied and really connected to the real world, so let's say so. And when it's happening, then again, scientists see the results of these interventions in a real setting and learn again from that and can improve the intervention, can improve the science, and so bring it back and again engage more students to learn from what has been done and create more insights and more innovative ways of what next can be done. And this is continuous loop. How I see the academia is connected to everything else, and everything else is connected back to academia.
Lo que mencionábamos también en la entrevista pasada, ¿no? Que es un proyecto holístico porque tiene toda esta intervención.
Exacto.
Ok, pues finalmente como quisiera conocer qué mensaje quiere dejar con su conferencia que va a tener más adelante, pues saber como la importancia de que los jóvenes contribuyan, ¿no? En estos proyectos tan grandes como también mencionaba el doctor ahorita en la entrada, porque ellos contribuyen con su creatividad. Creo que debemos de empezar desde la academia para poder impulsar estos proyectos.
So she also believes that you have to start with the academia first because you have the youth. And for example, these are first year students in the school. She wants to know what's the message you want to leave to the youth here. So, and why is it important to reach them first?
So my message to the youth, once I was like them. And since then, when I was a student, and I was a student quite a long time, I have 2 master's degrees and a PhD, so it all together kind of accumulates as 8 years or so. Now looking backwards, what I can say, whatever you think is a good idea, you do it. And you will quickly see if people have the same excitement about you being excited about a certain thing, it's gonna go. And it's a good thing if others are excited, so it has the approval, so it means that you are not the only, and it's going to be a valuable thing that you can create and you co-create with other students or with the industry partners or with governments, and it's going to help the world to be a better place. So if you have an idea and it excites you, share it, get the other people excited, and continue doing it.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yeah.
Gracias.
I have another question.
Yeah, sure. You?
Muchas gracias.
So, Agnes, which would be I think you already answered this in a little way, but I would like to specify about this specific workshop you're going to deliver now in 12 hours. So the question would be, how do you think this workshop is going to impact the students and then the project for sustainability, sustainable mobility into this neighborhood? Mm-hmm. How do you think your specific workshop can impact that?
So the workshop contains tools. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. The tools that I have already pre-tested, first of all, scientifically, so they are scientifically grounded, and secondly, previous workshops and the responses from the previous workshops have told me, and I'm quoting right now, finally, there are real tools that we can bring back to our everyday life and use it and apply it. So the workshop gonna, first of all, provide an easy to use tools, and secondly, the workshop will guide students through how to use them, to apply to the issues that are relevant to them.
Excellent. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're very, very welcome.
Thank you very much.
No, al contrario. Gracias
Yeah.
por el apoyo,
Yeah, and you can come back anytime with extra questions. I mean, if you have to kind of more tailored answers, because this was like a very kind of broad and general introduction. Mm-hmm. But yeah.
Sí, yo estaba dispuesto a aclarar todo luego por email.
Muchas gracias. Perfecto.
When are you going back to France?
Tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night. Okay.
12 hours in Air France.
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah, and I hope to be back here. I mean, I see this is not only a challenge for the Mexico City, it's a challenge for many cities, and I have been discussing it with all over the world. So by doing this important work here, we can contribute to to solving the same issues elsewhere too.
Yeah, that's true. Can like spread the word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Excellent. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
¿Les puedo tomar una
Yeah.
fotografía?
Would you agree if we can
Yeah.
have a picture?
Yeah, sure.